We are recording. This is tnoutdoors9, and you are on the ArtisanTony channel. I'm meeting with Tony here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We are at Smoky Bones restaurant. Had some barbecue tonight, watching some Monday Night Football. And this restaurant, by the way, is on Gunbarrel Road. How appropriate is that? So anyway, I think Tony may have had a question or two, or you wanted me just to answer some subliminal questions. ESP.
Subliminal is good.
Subliminal? Okay, subliminal questions. Let me look at the cheat sheet here. Tony and I, by the way, had never met until tonight. So I'm just trying to reach out to some of the other guys and channels and get to meet them personally, if at all possible. I guess we're talking about the Second Amendment a little bit. Tony just bought a Glock 19. If you've seen some of his other videos, he recently had a contest. And a lot of guys helped out with some suggestions. So he's bought a new gun. We've been talking about concealment and gun permits and things like that. I guess most of what we talked about. This video, I guess, is being posted right after there's been, I guess you'd say, a lot of turmoil in the gun channel community. So Tony and I have talked a lot about that and our feelings on it. And he asked me to make a comment. I've tried to stay out of it. I hate to see what's happened to a lot of these guys. I support a lot of these guys, and subscriptions and so forth. I think Tony's been watching it, as have I. I guess the long and short of it, the Google AdSense and the partnership. By the way, I am not a full YouTube partner. I never have been. I had some Google AdSense videos out there, just for the record, but it's not on all my videos, so I do want to mention that. I know a lot of guys get into this thinking you might be able to make a little bit of money, and maybe you can, but look at YouTube and the gun communities in general. We are growing. There are a lot of people who are putting out gun videos now. They may not have a big channel, but a lot of guys are stepping up and saying, I don't mind being on the internet. I don't mind showing my guns or my face or whatnot on the internet. And I just want to share some skills or some education. And all I can say is we need a lot more of that. So it was sad and unfortunate to see recently that some guys have pulled their YouTube channels after losing their partnership or their AdSense, or they're cutting back and going inactive for a while. And they certainly have the right to do that. We'd like to see them come back. Everybody has a skill set or a knowledge base, video skills for that matter, that need to be shared with folks and show why we do what we do, why we buy guns, why we support guns, why we support the Second Amendment, why we support that element, the U.S. Constitution, our rights, and so forth. We're really small voices out here in the world of YouTube when you look at what YouTube is all about. It's entertainment videos and music videos, and I like all that stuff as well. But I wish these guys would stick it out, cool off a little bit, because I'm sure it's upsetting. But think about the opportunities that we have to promote firearms and firearm safety and firearm education. I think everybody realizes that YouTube, Tony and I have talked about this, you got a lot of young viewers out there on YouTube, and when you look at guys like myself, I'm not exactly a spring chicken, and I don't know how long I can do this, how long my eyesight and everything else, and shoot guns and make videos and so forth. We've got a lot of folks out there that play video games, and that's pretty much their only exposure to firearms. There's nothing wrong with that, but whether you're posting videos about a pellet rifle or a 9mm or a 1945, I didn't mean to say that, 45 ACP Colt 1911, or an AR-15. We have, all of us, opportunities and skills that we really need to share. Whether or not, if you make money off these, great. Off these videos, great. If you're not making money off of it, not all of us are going to. Let's just all try to focus on how we can help each other in the community and stay together in the community. Let's focus on the knowledge base that each of us has and bringing something unique to the table to share with each other and to share with the community. So just some things to think about. I'm going to look at doing some shout outs for some channels. There are a lot of guys out there that I hadn't heard of until a few weeks ago, and I just happened to stumble across them. They might have 6, 7, 8,000 subscribers, believe it or not, but you don't hear them, their names tossed about. So I'm looking at doing some things like that. Tony and I have talked about that. Tony did a good thing recently by asking folks to comment on building a gun collection, and I think that was a good experience for Tony based on what we talked about here tonight. And he was looking for some honest input. I think a lot of guys did that for him, and it was very much appreciated by Tony based on what he's conveyed to me, and he's making some decisions based on that. So, you know, that's really what this is about. Whether or not you're posting a video to help some other folks in the community who also post videos, or you think about the literally millions of people out there who don't even have a YouTube account, but they're surfing YouTube and they're looking for information like this. So just think about that when you're putting together your videos. It's something that can be researched and referenced long term by a lot of people. And that's what I try to do. I don't always succeed, but I try to make somewhat of a library of resources that people can come back and look at. Tony here does a good job with that. He's starting to post some gun videos now. He has a lot of craftsmanship videos and a lot of skills that he has as an individual. He's posting videos on that. So we all have skill sets, and we all have abilities that we need to share with each other. So I just encourage everyone to keep doing that and try to stay course and motivate each other. So, a lot of good guys out there, Tennesseans, New England, Midwest, West Coast. You look at the gun channels, there's folks from all over the country that are pitching in and getting the message out there, and that's one reason I started doing this about a year and a half ago, was to support the Second Amendment, have some fun with the outdoors and with photography and guns, and maybe a little bit of comedy here and there. But just everybody try to stay focused. We're a community. The last thing that the general public needs to see, the last thing that, I'm going to say it, the socialists need to see, is that we're not a cohesive group, that we argue and bicker with each other. That's the last thing I, as an outsider, would want to see with someone who promotes gun safety, someone who ardently supports the right to bear arms. I would hope to see a lot of intelligent folks having fun, having a good time, and showing what it's all about. So I hope we can just keep doing it.